his father and brother John were farming together, and younger brother John, right about harvest time, probably late June, early July, signed up for the Navy and took off. Left my grandfather high and dry. And my grandfather said to my dad, "You still interested in buying a farm?" And my dad said yes. And that's how my dad ended up with the farm, which had come down through his mother's father, great-granddaddy Wells. Now we know he was a hunter, and there wasn't much he didn't like to hunt. He did wild turkeys and elk on his annual out west trips. He would plan these trips for the off season: elk, moose, caribou, mule deer, and a lifetime member of the Mount Laurel Deer Club. And a lot of those same guys went down to relatives in Maryland, and they did deer hunting there. And out of those two groups, I know my dad probably got more deer than any of them, but my Uncle George was probably a close second. And he was a good shot, and he also had good ears. Because I was working at the farm during the summers during my college years, and everyone knows about college years, and there'd be times when I would come in like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'd drive my 63 Chevy Impala as slow as possible up that dirt lane, like just barely inching along so I could sneak in the house. And when I'd shut the door, I would just kind of barely close it, and I'd get in the house. He wouldn't say anything except the next day when I only had 3 hours sleep, getting up at 5 a.m. It wasn't worth too much. He'd come up to me about mid-morning and go, "You know, if you didn't come in at 2 o'clock in the morning, you'd have done a better job today." And he was a fireman, as Joby alluded to, and he did that for all the years we lived in Marlton. And he was the oldest surviving Marlton member of the fire department. So, now, as you know, he liked baseball, played on the Mount Laurel men's team for 8 years, and when he started, he was only 16 years old. The youngest player on the team. He played shortstop, and he was the leadoff hitter. And they played teams from all around Burlington County, about 8 teams in the league. I said, "Did you ever win a championship?" And he said, "Nah, we're a bunch of farmers. We didn't have time to practice." His brother Harley was on the team, cousin Big Ed, cousin Perry, and Les Bakley, who married a Godfrey, and Debbie Kuhn, who married a Godfrey. So it was kind of the Godfrey team. Now, for those of you who still have parents, and it's kind of surprising to me I don't have any anymore. I know some of you are in the same situation. Take some time with a list and ask your parents stuff. What was your favorite movie? Which I did, Sergeant York, Gary Cooper. Ask them what their favorite color was, because I don't have a clue. And, well, yes I do, green and yellow. But, you know, ask them, make a whole list. Ask them what their favorite experience was, or things like that. Because I'm going through some pictures here to make this nice slideshow for everybody. And I go, "Who's that?" I'll ask Dad. No, I won't. You know? So take that time. I did ask him if there's any place he ever wanted to go and never got to. And he said, "Yeah, New Orleans." I go, "Really? Like, you wanted to do Mardi Gras?" And he said, "No, I wanted to see the Spanish moss." I said, "Really?" "Well, I've never been to New Orleans. I wanted to do Mardi Gras because you give the girls the beads." And he goes, "What do you mean give the girl the beads?" He said, you carry around bunches of beads and you give it to the girl and she pulls up her shirt and shows your chest. I said, "If you find a girl that's got a lot of beads, you got a good shot at it." really laughed about that.
That was at the nursing home.
Yeah, that was just recently when he was at the nursing home. And well, I've never been to New Orleans, so I might have to go and check out the Spanish Moss. Now, as you know, we have a closed casket, which is what Dad wanted. And I got thinking about that. And that's a good idea. Because most of you have memories whenever you last saw my dad. And it could have been recent, it could have been a while ago. But you have that memory of his great smile and the fact that he was really glad to see you. He was always sincere about that because he was glad to see you. So, have that memory of him with that big smile. How many of you remember that big smile? Can I have an amen?
Amen.
Right.
And a laugh. A really good laugh.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, I know it's a sad time, but let's celebrate his life. Rest in peace, Dad. I love you, and I'll always miss you. Thank you, everybody.
Amen. Amen.